Hello once again, guys. I said this before and I'll say it again. I'm a huge fan of a lot of animated movies. A new year and decade began not long ago, so I'd like to take this time to tell you what animated movies I want to watch the most this year. Another thing that I said last year is that the movies on my list must be purely animated, and said movies have to be releasing in theaters for them to make the cut. Try to act like your kids at heart, guys, because that time is now. Hey, I'm Owen, the fiction fanboy, and here are my top 5 anticipated animated movies of 2020. Scooby-Doo is indeed one of the most popular cartoon franchises in existence, thanks to Hanna-Barbera. Scooby-Doo movies can be hit or miss, especially since there are a lot of movies in the series that have been made. Many Adventures of Mystery Inc. are about the gang solving a mystery, and you could tell me that this movie is going to have a mystery like all others, but this time, the movie is focused on how the gang came together. I know you're going to notify me that the casting choices for the human protagonists aren't as good as the OG voice actors, and though I do feel bad for Matthew Lillard and Greg Griffin having to claim they were never aware about being recasted by Will Forte and Amanda Seyfried to portray Shaggy and Daphne, at least Frank Welker remains as Scooby, and the new voices aren't that bad. As long as the story is as good as the animation, fans should get the origins they want. Trolls World Tour. I get why not everyone would be on beat with this one, yet there are reasons why I'm a little more excited for this movie than Scoob. The way I see it, Trolls was an upbeat animated presentation filled with wonderful music, including songs sung by Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, and now there will be more great music in a journey to prevent Queen Barb and King Trash from destroying all types of music, excluding their rock music. Yeah, musical interpretation of Avengers Infinity War or not, it won't matter which kind of trolls decide to join Poppy or which ones help Barb. I'll gladly let my ears bleed at home or at the theater to the paired up guns of hugs. One thing I don't get is how Branch is back to his gray state since we saw him go back to his true blue form at the end of the first movie. I guess I won't know until I see it. Raya and the Last Dragon. No fibbing here, this is the movie on the list I have the least knowledge about. Some people are most likely going to start typing in comments that say, "Owen, if you don't know a lot about this movie, then why are you saying that you anticipated so much?" And I respond by saying, I would like to see how the animated movie gods make a dragon movie that could compete against DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon franchise. My point is that the strongest movies DreamWorks have made are the dragon movies, and I do have a thought about Disney possibly showing how to make an animated dragon movie that cannot be defeated. A search for the last dragon in existence may or may not have been done before, although a last dragon of her kind that could transform into a human trope hasn't been done before, so whether Disney is planning on overthrowing DreamWorks or not, I could use a break from Disney sequels. Soul. Hallelujah! The era of Pixar sequels is finally on hold. Pixar gave us Inside Out in 2015, a movie that took us to the emotions that are inside our heads. And now, Pixar is giving us Soul, a movie that's taken us to the most important body part we need in our bodies to live, known as, well, what the title of the movie is. The two main leads already have a solid cast. We already want Joe to accomplish his career in music before his soul can never reach his body again, and 22 will most likely be the one explaining what the U seminar is and how it works. This is going to be another emotion picture, even though it's not about emotions, isn't it, Pixar? If this movie is a success like a majority of the other Pixar movies, then I say we should have an Inside Out and Soul crossover where we visit the souls of emotions and the emotions of souls. I am a genius! Onward! As soon as you saw my other entries, you knew I had to be jazzed up for this movie the most. Once again, I am satisfied that Pixar is going back to doing more original movies instead of making multiple sequels. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt as the main characters are almost certainly the major reasons you're interested in seeing this film, since they've been in the MCU's Infinity Saga. The former actor did have a centric role in Spies in Disguise, while the latter was the key building block to the main series LEGO movies. The world the characters live in is filled with magical creatures where it felt like a bunch of fairy tales, until time went by and creatures have moved on to the science of technology, like how our society started out, except for the part about magic. That is the reason brothers Ian and Barley have to go on a quest to see if there is any magic that remains, and they want to see their dad before 24 hours elapse. One nitpick I have to give is that wouldn't Finding Magic be more of a Disney movie since Disney is more into magic? Whatever the case is on what movie this should be, I in fact do want to go onward with this animated movie more than the others. Want more fiction? Then please do what my friends say, comment below, and follow me on Instagram for thumbnail previews and teasers for upcoming YouTube videos. Fiction Fanboy has finished this video. Everyone keep fantasizing, and good night-o.